I have a lot to share with you in the next couple of weeks. Vice President Harris is toxic, radical, extreme in every way. Even Joe Biden, at his very worst, is now polling better than Kamala Harris, and for good reason. Don't forget, she ran for president in the last Democratic primary. She didn't even make it to Iowa, and didn't make it to New Hampshire and Iowa, dropping out in 2019 after polling in the single digits. Even now, voters think Vice President Harris is unlikable. And the constant nervous laughter and the giggling vice president is quite off-putting, to say the least. And according to reports, Kamala often refuses to prepare for important events. And then when it doesn't go right, she blames her staff. Perfect excuse. Meanwhile, her public appearances are usually disjointed, confusing, cringeworthy, a lot of platitudes about the significance of the passage of time, because you see, time is passing, and we're all passing through the passage of time. And then the great love of Venn diagrams. Take a look.
The largest investment ever to take on the climate crisis, roughly $1 trillion with a T. I had to.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree? You exist in the context of all in which you live and what came before you.
One of the things I love are Venn diagrams. I love Venn diagrams.
You need to get to go and need to be able to get where you need to go to do the work and get home.
The significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time.
More parents are seeing the value of educators when they had to bring their kids and say, we're not paying them nearly enough. It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree. We all believe that when we talk about the children of the community, they are children of the community.
So Ukraine is a country in Europe. It exists next to another country called Russia. Russia is a bigger country. Russia is a powerful country. Russia decided to invade a smaller country called Ukraine. So basically that's wrong.
Transportation is about getting to go where you need to go. So you can go there, and you need transportation to go where you need to go. In the community where you live, where everybody lives in a community of other people in the community. When all else fails, the giggling starts, and just know that Kamala is often unburdened by what has been.
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been.
Unburdened by what has been.
What can be unburdened by what has been. Unburdened by what has been.
Let us remain focused on what many of you have heard me say all the time. Let us remain focused on what can be, unburdened by what has been.
Joe has an excuse. What's her excuse? Now, there's more than 5 minutes of Kamala Harris